Hello, my name is Michael Dwyer, and I'm with Rochester Writers. Once again, Rochester Writers and the Rochester Hills Public Library have teamed up to host their annual author fair, now in its third year. We're hosting 20 authors in person at the library in downtown Rochester on Saturday, November 27th from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. These short videos offer you a chance to meet the 20 authors. And right now, we're meeting Andrea and Owen. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
So this is your first time participating in the author fair. We're glad to have you on board. And you're a mother-son writing team. How does that work?
Well, I had the idea and I needed Owen for his creativity. So I asked him to help me, write it a long time ago. And it took us a while, but we got it done.
Well, great. And I'm looking at your website, and the name of the book is fun. It's Zach's Mighty Wheels. Who is Zach?
He is actually he was one of my students. So I'm a special education teacher, and I did not see my students represented in books. So I wanted my students to be able to see themselves in books just like most other children can. And Zach was one of my students who just inspired me to come up with this idea. And he actually passed away in December. He had Duchenne's muscular dystrophy. And so he was his own superhero in his own account.
Well, I'm sorry to hear of his passing, but I'm glad that his legacy will move forward with your book. Now, I read that you like to focus on the story, not the disability. So I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, years ago, and maybe it's still happening, that we decided to include those with disabilities in books, but the story was about the disability. And now people with disabilities are just regular people having an adventure, and you write the story.
Right. Yes. So, our main character is in a wheelchair, Zach, and just like he was in real life. And then he also has some friends who I don't actually talk about the disabilities, but you can see from the pictures, like one character, Anna, she has a crutch. And then one student actually, he has Down syndrome, but again, it's not talked about. And then one also has dyslexia, but that'll come up in book 2. So yes, most of the books that are out there are like, it's about the disability, and which those books are needed as well, because sometimes, it helps you talk about things that are going on. But we also just need somewhere the main character happens to have a disability. And so that, the students really can see themselves in just some of these fun adventures, which is what our book is.
That's great. I remember just seeing a TV show too that had a lead character that was hearing impaired, and they had a person that was signing for them. No mention of the disability. It was just a matter of fact. That was the story. Those were the characters.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's great.
And I think it's a great way to just normalize it. Everyone is a person, and we all have our own challenges. Some are more seen than others, but we need to get past it. And I think that writing is a great way to do that.
Yeah, thank you.
So who does the illustrations?
So I wanted Owen to do them, actually. He's a very good artist, but our illustrator was somebody that was suggested to me. So it's a friend of a friend's daughter, actually. And so Emily Godzinski, she is an illustration student in out of Grand Rapids. So she goes to I'm trying to think of the name of the school, but yeah, she's out in Grand Rapids and her third year in illustration. So another Michigan-based person as well.
Well, great. And so you've got this book out. How's it being received?
It's been well received. You know, like I had a lot of my teacher friends read it, and it was one of the greatest joys I had was one of my friends said that there was like she's reading the book to her class, and a student that's in a wheelchair was like, "Hey, it's just like me." And then she actually had another student that has a crutch. And she also said, "Hey, and she's like me." It was so cool to hear like that was the point of me writing it, right? So, but then I've also got some emails from people that just say, "I love what you're doing. I love the story." We have, you know, all 5-star reviews on Amazon right now. So I think it is a book that people are happy to get out there. You know, I just need more exposure so that even more people, it can reach even more people.
Well, we're hoping to do that with the author fair. We are speaking with Andrea and Owen. They are co-authors of the book Zach's Mighty Wheels. And that book and the authors, I'm hoping both of you will be there for the author fair. How would you like to leave it with everyone today?
So we just are excited about, you know, getting this out there, getting other people represented who aren't usually in books. And we look forward to meeting all of you at the authors fair.
That sounds fantastic. We're looking forward to, and we'll see you guys at the author fair.
Thank you.